Bless up, ladies and gentlemen. I actually hope this video is short, so let me try my best, cause what you're seeing on your screen right now is Ubisoft dropping an apology, quote unquote, on Twitter. The thing is, it's garbage. Since a little after its announcement, Assassin's Creed Shadows has received backlash. Again, well, this time from Japanese folks. It's because in said apology, there's a very dedicated section where they, well, more or less apologize for the use of Yasuke. If you don't know who that is, he's a black samurai, quote unquote. I use that in quotations because even apparently in Japan, they flip-flop on whether he was or wasn't. Some paint him as just a servant. Some say he was just a trophy for Nobunaga to parade around. Some say he was serving a feudal lord, so ooh, samurai nigga. I can't for the life of me tell if there's implicit bias here, but it's like, was the robe on Christ scarlet or purple or red? The distinction of whether he was a samurai or was not a samurai is minute in a game that needs him to be a samurai. Motherfucker, Nobunaga wasn't a big tittied anime babe, but there's some fucking animes that have him like that because the anime needs him to be that. It doesn't fucking matter. Let's not stick to it for too long. In the apology, Ubisoft's giving the impression that, oh, Japanese are mad because there's a nigga there. Ooh. But through my own combing of the comments section, there were very few that actually cared. Like, I'm sorry, Mr. K on Profile Pic, but your Japanese don't really give a fuck that there's a black guy there. They don't give a fuck.
So how about Yasuke? Do they care about him being a black samurai? No, they don't. The issue they have isn't about the existence of Yasuke and his representation in media. Rather, the problem they have is that out of all the prominent samurai throughout Japanese history, they chose him. Why did Ubisoft decide to go with someone with no real notable feats to his name other than him being a black samurai? Possibly. The problem isn't him being black. The problem is him not being Japanese.
Yasuke was not the issue for them. The issues to them were the various culture and historical inaccuracies. Now, I'm no idiot. Assassin's Creed always got that thing on them when that game started up. But something like this can be easily overlooked with the fact that Ubisoft, out their own mouth, were preaching about the accuracies.
Felt like Ubisoft really stretched their creative liberties to use Yasuke and fictionalize his importance during the Sengoku period. And by doing so, they had committed the great sin of fictionalizing one of, if not the most important times in Japanese history, the Tenka Toitsu, the unification of Japan. Well, so what? It's just a game. What's the big deal? It might not be that big of a deal for you, but it is something that is held in real high regard in Japan. And changing it in such drastic ways is the equivalent of changing how the United States was formed, or the reasons for the Second World War, which would be fine if Ubisoft claimed it was a completely fictionalized version of Japan, but with them emphasizing the historical nature of this work, it really put it at harsh spotlight for Japanese to look at this and judge it through that lens. So they looked at all the different things that they put in this game to see if they really were paying attention. And it seemed like they weren't. With basic blunders such as not getting the times of year correctly, or not understanding what a torii gate is for, it's used to mark entrances to shrines, not villages, just so you know. Mixing common symbols in Yasuke's design, these two here he's wearing are actually enemies, so it'd be weird for him to wear both of them at the same time. Making kanji, again this kanji here doesn't exist, and getting the tatami mat sizes incorrect. Square tatami rooms are only a very recent addition. It really makes Japanese wonder, did they even really try? Making these kinds of easy to avoid mistakes gives off the impression that this game treated Japan, Japanese culture, and Japanese history really haphazardly, which is very insulting for them. Again, to reiterate, they don't care about Yasuke being black.
He really does a lovely job of connecting the dots historically, but we know factually.
Of course, you know, Waka doesn't hold much thought into these things. One could easily say these niggas were talking out their ass, which very well may be the case. Cause to be fair, Ubisoft never really tried before to stick to historical accuracies and whatnot, so I can give them that. But when, you know, they got community noted and it mentioned their brag on historical fidelity, that shit got downvoted and removed with the swiftness, rather suspectly. They say in the apology that they weren't aiming for accuracy. The community note says they made the claim of accuracy, and well, that same community note happened to disappear. The most specific and noticeable part of this apology is the final part about Yasuke, whether he was a samurai and the fact that if you don't want to play as the black guy, well, don't worry, there's a little Japanese girl there, ninja girl. Knowing damn well Japanese niggas' issue was never Yasuke to begin with, and the fact Ubisoft is willing to paint that picture that the Japanese are being racist right now is disingenuous. This that same shit that be pissing me off. You seen the writer of Shadows, right? You seen it? A friggin' white woman from Canada. The fucking liberal white women damn it. My nigga, they're doing this on purpose. They secretly hate minorities, so they shove them into bizarre places, and when they get backlash, they scream racism, or whatever the hell. However, in this specific case, they're not aiming it at your Mexican, Korean, or Arab white supremacists. They're aiming it at the valid criticism from the Japanese, more or less calling them racist. Am I saying there's no racist Japanese? No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying now the anti-woke niggas, not the reasonable ones, the borderline white hood and the closet motherfuckers, are using Japanese critics as shield for their actual racism. Like, ain't that a bitch? They're using racism as shield for racism. Motherfucker. Yes, you want to know what the real racists are? They're the ones saying that Japanese don't want to see black folks, but they never fucking said that. Notice how that can apply for both the developers of the game and the fucking 4chan motherfuckers LARPing on Twitter. Okay, you know, the motherfuckers call the recent Suikoden game woke, D-I-E-D-E-I, whatever the fuck, for having a black character on the fucking cover. Yes, a Suikoden game. Yes. Yes. A game series older than the motherfuckers complaining. A game series that's literally had dark-skinned characters since its inception. Whew, you know, when I told a friend I was making this video, he guessed how it would go. Black folks can't have shit, he said. And you know, I disagree with him here. Fundamentally, you know how I feel about diversity. The fucking thing is fake. It's never been real, never have been, never will be. The only time diversity was ever wildly accepted is when it was cool. Black Panther, way back in the day when he was first made, was cool. Nick Fury, being played by Samuel Jackson, in turn being played by a black guy, is cool. That's why no one complains about it. Comic fans mostly hate Miles Morales. Don't ask them how they feel about their superhero being turned into a mantle title. However, no one complained about John Stewart being Green Lantern in the Justice League. No one hates Miles in Spider-Verse. Don't you get it? It was never about diversity. It's almost like it's all involves cool factor and good writing. You know, the fucking reason I can believe a blue hedgehog can help a domestic abuse victim while traveling through the Arabian Nights. It's almost as if your shit is good, you can write a convincing story that everyone will love, regardless. Species, gender, whatever the hell. Point is, don't think about diversity. Diversity is supposed to come naturally. If you don't have no random natural inclination to add a black folk there, then don't fuck them at them. I don't want none from you. Especially from no white bitch from Canada. Keep your fucking handouts. You created these fucking fuckers. The fucking fried their brain. Now this here Suikoden game, they think woke. As if the fucking think, man, these people treat children like they're born racist. Motherfuckers ain't born racist, they're taught to be racist. You fucking taught them to be racist with your reverse psychology. It's gotta be a fucking psyop. It's a fucking psyop. At the end of the fucking day, the lines is blurred between Ubisoft's fucking consultants and these anti-woke niggas. You're both unintelligent, racist, motherfucking tourists. Your lack of reasonability and always finger wagging just proves you're the fucking NPC. All of you fuckers don't know a damn thing about the games they claim to fucking like or make. Okay, well, you know what they say, the lips and the anus are two ends of the same organ. What is a bride? Kick rocks, motherfucker. Respectfully.